Southampton. Somehow not good enough for him to keep the job. But if he achieves similar with Leicester City this season, then that will certainly be deemed a success. Well, until very recently, this competition provided Leicester City Football Club with its most cherished moments. In pursuit of the three-handled trophy again, perhaps their best hope of major success for Manchester City. Well, it's just one of many.
Yeah, for Leicester they do have to guard against. OK, this is not Man City's Premier League side by any means. Lots of changes. There's lots of creative talent, young players in the team looking to impress. So if Leicester think this is going to be straightforward, think again.
Here's Bernardo Silva. Expecting him to essentially start from the right. An early incursion into Leicester City territory. Bobby Manley is the man in charge this evening. Here's Mangala, one of the two that have kept their places from the starting lineup at the weekend. Toure captain for the evening. Rabayo. Local boy getting another opportunity. That's Gabriel Jesus. Gets it back.
Already you can see the shape of this City team, City's midfield with Toure just sitting in front of the two centre-halves, offering that experience that will then encourage Gundogan and Foden to break forward ahead of him.
Danilo getting an opportunity at right back this evening, so heal Pep's broken heart. There might be a few broken Leicester hearts here. Maguire in trouble. Found a way out of it. You could say that's the hardest part of the job, to leave certain individuals out of this. Wonderful Manchester City lineup. Will be much change this evening. Zinchenko. Left back again for him this evening, although he's a hugely versatile player, the Ukrainian.
Looking at Leicester's attacking lineup tonight, normally you see Jamie Vardy leading the line on his own, playing a counter-attacking style of game, but with Nacho and Okazaki, maybe they have to be more considered tonight, Leicester, keep the ball a bit better than normal, try and force City back, get it into wide areas, and get crosses in for the front two.
It's something that they're trying to establish. In any case, Leicester City, possession-based approach, and when they do counter, be a little more selective about how they do it. To implement in the midst of a hectic season. Spread there for Bernardo Silva. Up against Christian Fuchs tonight. Leonard Chilwell. Effectively two left backs in the team, and there's one for Iheanacho to chase. And Rabayo to attend to. It's Mangala. A bit of a resurgence. Injury absences in that area of the pitch. Pressure as ever from Okazaki, but just bounce off Yaya Toure. There's Jesus buzzing around. Ben Hamer a problem. With the foot all Brighton. Loose ball in midfield, less Manchester City likely to pounce on. Diaz, Gundogan, now here's Zinchenko. That's Ibora. That's not a foul on Okazaki, yes. That's the verdict. Slightly painful blow for Phil Foden as well. Bit of opportunity again for a few to impress.
Well, it's been a positive start from City, and that's what you want. You want your young players to get on the ball, build up a little confidence in the first 5 minutes or so and settle into the game.
He's got confidence in you. How could you not have confidence yourself? It's Chilwell. Further forward, as he did recently at Southampton. Zinchenko. Mangala turning away from trouble. Toure. Here's Bernardo Silva.
Yaya Toure just pulling the strings at the base of that midfield three. Looks like City going to try and play with plenty of width. Bernardo Silva down the right and Brahim Diaz on the left, really stretching that Leicester defence.
Certainly on one side, but a little less prominent than normal. We shall see. The reason for the slight delay, Harry Maguire tying his bootlaces. Inconsiderate to allow for that. Is Zinchenko. Adebayo. And Dragovic with an uncertain moment, and Foden pounces. Amate. There's Foden. Zinchenko. Leicester pushing out. Zaki. And Iheanacho hoping to put Manchester City into a bit of a hole here.
Well, if you're Leicester City, Mangala is the one player you want in possession. He isn't the greatest ball player, big strong defender, quick as well, but not too good with the ball at his feet.
Certainly the one to target with the press, perhaps for Leicester in particular, but Gabriel Jesus has found a way out of trouble there. This is Yaya Toure. Bernardo Silva. Danilo. Foden. Previous start was at left wing back. Foden. Zinchenko operating in the left back position this evening, who would, I suppose, ideally like to play as a number 10, as almost everybody does these days. Here's Gabriel Jesus. Zinchenko again. I've seen him play as a number 10 this season for national sides at various levels for Ukraine. Yaya Toure. Brighton and King looking to attend to Foden, but all they'll do is concede a free kick. Foden again. Yaya Toure. Frontline keen to apply the pressure at times for Leicester City, and Adebayo and Mangala's life difficult.
Yeah, it's pretty clear here. Nacho and Okazaki not playing as a front two. Okazaki just dropping back into midfield to help out. I think maybe when Bravo's looking to play out from the back, they can press the game. At other times, just going to sit off, and Okazaki can drop into the middle of the park.
It's a pretty similar Leicester side to the one that defeated Leeds in the last round here, where they had to come from behind. Okazaki and Fuchs, the notable additions tonight. Fairly similar Manchester City side, one that couldn't break Wolves down in regulation time. Brahim Diaz making his relatively diminutive presence felt. Zinchenko. Diaz again. Zinchenko. Gabriel Jesus.
Jesus' movement always impresses me, the way he just drops off centre-halves up against Dragovic and Maguire, two solid physical centre-halves. So the last thing he does is play up against them, drops into pockets of space or in between them. It's movement is fantastic.
Showing again, looking towards Brahim Diaz here. He couldn't quite grow enough. Well, Pellegrini was a big aid in his capture from Malaga. Certainly has worked hard at his game, apparently trained and played for almost a year, prioritising using only his left foot to make what he did with his right as natural with the left.
Well, it's pretty clear, City passing the game, dominating the ball, but for Leicester City, you've got to be patient. Even though you're at home, you want to be on the front foot, and the opposition keep the ball as well as this. You've got to be disciplined, get your shape right, your defensive shape spot on. If you go to sleep for a second, that's what City are waiting for.
Here's Zinchenko. Foden. Here's Iborra. Certainly a player that's improving with every week for Leicester. Here's Chilwell. Dragovic, the Austrian, who hasn't had too many chances to shine with the Maguire-Morgan partnership seemingly immovable.
City will work very hard to try and get the ball back. That's a feature of any Pep Guardiola side. So for Leicester, when they got the ball at the back, it's very important Okazaki and Iheanacho give them something to actually play out too, because at times you'll jab that ball into midfield. That's what City want. They'll win the ball back in there. So very important the centre-halves, the full-backs look to the front two and try and find them with quality service so the Leicester side can get up the pitch.
Gundogan. I suppose in his situation every minute helps really. Get himself right back up to speed. Oh, Brighton biting. Mobbing Zinchenko. Here he is again. Fuchs. King. Last meeting in this competition, 2013. City won the quarter-final here by 3-1, and on to win the trophy. Yaya Touré scored that much replayed piece of League Cup history against Sunderland. Out of play.
You see there's some decent possession there from Leicester, but they can't get out their own half. City are pinning them in. They can't get the ball up to the front two and relieve the pressure.
Fuchs in trouble. Oh, and Hamer has to beat it away. Bernardo Silva involved again. Gundogan. Well, Foden may have inadvertently not helped his side's cause momentarily. Here he is again, though, Foden. Run out this time by Maguire.
Oh, Christian Fuchs is a lucky boy. He made a complete mess of that crossfield ball. Unless you're absolutely sure you can win it, just stand off Bernardo Silva.
Here's Diaz. Off of Marte, where's it going to drop? Gabriel Jesus coming in. Hamer's in trouble. Gundogan! Maguire there at the last, but it's still on here. Oh. And wide from Bernardo Silva.
Well, Leicester get themselves in a right mess. It's Ben Hamer. He seems worried about actually picking this ball up. There's no communication with Christian Fuchs. The two of them get into a right mess, and they just about survive. And Silva's off target. And again for Christian Fuchs, unless you can get to this ball, just stand off your man. It's a comfortable save for Hamer in the end, though. And Silva has great balance, great touch as well. And the way he strikes that ball is always moving back towards the Leicester keeper. It's a save he should make.
glimmers when perhaps should not have been afforded the opportunity. Leicester with some trouble of their own making there. Great able to get away with it. Okazaki robbed. Adebayo. Advantage played here, but Maguire in with the crunching challenge. Ibora. Marte. Here's Albright.
That's much better for me, Nacho. You've got to run defenders back towards their own goal. Give your teammates something to hit. That ball down the line. OK, just find him. They get a throw in a dangerous position high up the field.
Well, maybe a portent to a Leicester future. His inclusion in the side. See if they can find a combination that really works for him. In Premier League games, naturally that Jamie Vardy isn't tending to get life all his own way these days. Teams doubling up or defending deeper. They provide a key that could help them unlock a few doors that they haven't been able to recently.
And of course, the Leicester plan A has worked so well for so long, but eventually teams do get wise. You need a plan B and C, and maybe that comes from bringing in different personnel to play a different way.
Well, we await January with some interest. A few knocking on the door, hoping to take some of their prize assets away again, of course, as well. Here's Ibora. Jesus scenting a glimmer of an opportunity as Okazaki is here. The offside flag up. And Okazaki's still in hot pursuit.
Well, the flag definitely went up and then it quickly went down again. That's what Guardiola's unhappy about.
Assistant referee raising it before he'd realised who had gone on to the end of the through ball, really. And, that obviously a major factor in whether the decision would stand or not. Chilwell's after this. Won by Danilo. Kick. Ibora. Now here's Amate. All Brighton's away. Oh, he took it out as well. Chilwell just can't grow enough. Fuchs. Well, Fuchs can hurl it from these situations. Ibora has taken up an interesting position with his sizable frame. Coming towards. Adebayo on the end of it. Fuchs again. In for Chilwell. Good steal by Danilo. Gundogan. Okazaki allowed a little glimmer there and was swiftly in with the challenge. He's behind you. Leicester pressure is paid there.
It's the second time in the opening 20 minutes that Leicester put the pressure on when Bravo has the ball at his feet. And that is the sensible thing to do. When City play out to their back four and they can't get close to them, then sit back in your own arm. If not, squeeze up the field.
As soon as they gain the foothold in the game, they lose it. And here's Gundogan, who was clipped there, advantage played. Bernardo Silva. Gundogan. Whoa! Almost catching Ben Hamer out, but he's able to deal with it. face etched with concern for a moment.
Is this intentional from Gundogan? He never really looks at the target, but the way he actually shapes. This isn't a cross, he's trying to actually chip the goalkeeper. Once again, Ben Hamer should deal with this. Very nearly made a mess of it, though.
Sometimes it pays to expect the unexpected. Not as comfortable as it might have been for Leicester City's number 2 goalkeeper, Kasper Schmeichel, in the stands tonight. Gundogan. Foden seemed to get a nick off Iborra. Seemed to come good just after the man who signed him lost his job, Craig Shakespeare. Talk about timing in this game. He naturally would have had a settling in process to complete, or he could produce his better performances. Oh, Adebayo got there.
He's battling away with Christian Fuchs on the edge of the penalty area there. And actually gets ahead of his man. He should be really hitting the target from there. The wrestling is going on. And he has eyes for the ball. Just actually closed his eyes and ducks his head. If he keeps his eyes open and just concentrates on the ball, has a great chance of scoring.
Yes, having got there, he'll probably feel he should have done better. Modest, eloquent young man by all accounts, who's certainly tapping into the considerable wisdom of Vincent Kompany. There's a real belief at City that there could be an all-English heart to their backline in the years to come, him and John Stones.
He did all the hard work wrestling away a much more experienced defender. He made that half a yard for himself, and that's when he actually, as I say, closed his eyes and didn't really look at the ball and focus on where he wanted to head it.
It's just invited Iheanacho to chase it. He'll be penalised.
Well, he has to go for the ball. The back pass is so under hit. He has to chase it down. Well, maybe this is a little harsh. Unless it's a high challenge, I'm not sure. Iheanacho should be booked for this. It's poor from Danilo. That tempts Iheanacho in. He's trying to get to the ball, nothing more. OK, he maybe catches the goalkeeper. No, I'm sorry, that can't be a booking.
All pals again.
I think sometimes you see a goalkeeper go flying in the air and land heavily on the ground. The referee thinks, oh, the challenge maybe has got to be worse than it actually is. He's clearly going for the ball. He's not that far away from getting it. And Bravo actually jumps out of the way, which he's, well, quite right to do, but a booking, no.
The arbiter of all those things thought otherwise this evening. Toure had to stretch a fraction. Good work by Gabriel Jesus. Andy King with the challenge there for Leicester. Okazaki. Iheanacho looking to get the better of Adebayo, but he won't succeed.
Well, it's a great piece of defending. Of course, young defenders are going to make mistakes and maybe step in at the wrong times. All you can do is recover. And that's exactly what he does.
A younger member of that centre-back partnership passing his first significant test. Can Leicester ask a question or two from this set piece? Maguire jousting at the back. Well, there's some City complaints. Maguire had it all his own way there.
Again, there's a wrestling match going on. It is a physical mismatch. You've got Bernardo Silva up against Harry Maguire. They're marking zonally here, City. That's why that matchup has happened. Bernardo Silva's not even looking at the ball, so he's a lucky boy. If Maguire throws himself to the ground, the referee has a decision to make.
Play by Brahim Diaz, finding Phil Foden. Good pals, those two. Well retrieved by Bernardo Silva.
Well, Leicester are starting to get somewhat of a foothold in the game. It was all City dominance in the early stages, but Leicester doing some possession, getting Iheanacho heavily involved in the game and putting pressure on City defensively now.
Again, pressure has forced an error.
You can see Ibora there applauding Okazaki for closing down the centre-half and forcing the mistake.
This last 10 minutes would have given a great deal more satisfaction to Claude Puel. Shinji Okazaki, a key figure. Hopefully not going to channel his inner Terry Butcher again like he did up at Newcastle the other day. Here's Gundogan going all the way, and Bernardo Silva can finish it! What a wonderfully stylish Manchester City goal! Gundogan the key figure, but it's Bernardo Silva who applies the finish.
Well, Gabriel Jesus doesn't actually touch the ball here, but he has a huge influence on the goal being scored. Just watch his movement across Harry Maguire and Dragovic here. He just pulls defenders away. That opens a bit of space up for Bernardo Silva. He never really looked like missing, did he? But that run from Jesus, just pulling defenders out of position, that is so unselfish. Bernardo Silva, normally so assured in this type of position, just drew the keeper, pokes it between his legs on the counter-attack with Gundogan. City devastating.
Well, there's a few managers who have felt like that this season. Just when Leicester City were perhaps enjoying their best patch of the game. The star quality that Manchester City possess has shown itself.
There's also that unselfishness as well. Gabriel Jesus, okay, maybe makes that run hoping to get the ball, but when it doesn't happen, he's opening space up for his teammates.
Kind of intelligence that Pep Guardiola prizes so highly. Prizes may be coming in abundance this season if they carry on at the rate in which they are progressing. Gundogan. Well, still undoubtedly working his way back to his brilliant best. He'll have to have a trouble-free run towards the World Cup, having missed the last two major tournaments through injury. Manchester City lead, certainly more formidable than most. Here's Gundogan, now Danilo getting involved. Dragovic there for Leicester City.
Actually, the City goal came after a decent period of possession for Leicester City. Just lose the ball in the middle of the park, and on the counter-attack, as we saw, City go flying forward and open the scoring.
Work for Brahim Diaz and Foden. Such an inviting ball. And at the last, Fuchs with some real work to do, but a teaser from Foden.
Oh, real intelligence from Phil Foden. Doesn't even have to look where the target is. He knows exactly what he wants to do here. It is the perfect ball in. Ashley Fuchs does really well at the far post. Round on the cover as fullbacks have to do. Just gets in front of Bernardo Silva at just the right time, but Foden, brilliant ball in.
Dragovic has drawn the short straw, marking Yaya Toure. All the way through for Iheanacho. Here's Zinchenko. Jesus. Chilwell can't make progress. Into Gundogan. On to Bernardo Silva, the Manchester City goal scorer. Danilo making tracks outside him.
It was a really composed finish from Bernardo Silva. Just keep your eyes on Gabriel Jesus and his movement across that Leicester defensive line. Doesn't stand and watch and hope the ball ends up at his feet. He's on the move, giving Gundogan maybe an option to play one of his teammates in who's in space. Bernardo Silva made the most of it.
Dragovic. Here's Daniel Amate. Goodness have been few. Fuchs. Here's Vicente Iborra. He's faced Guardiola sides many times before in his career in Spain, and well, at least be familiar with the kind of fate their opponents can suffer. Get up that sense of momentum that they had just prior to conceding. I suppose it's a different kettle of fish, although it's a similar Leicester side tonight. They did come from behind in the previous round against Leeds.
Well, they've made, what, 15, 20 passes here, and only one of them has been a forward pass, so they're struggling to get the ball up to Okazaki Iheanacho. Something I identified maybe in the first 10 minutes of the game, and nothing has really changed. The ball is just coming straight back.
Zinchenko. All Brighton helping Amate out. Slightly chancey ball. Andy King was fouled by Gundogan. He felt the boot was on the other foot there.
It's not going to be easy for Andy King, Vicente Iborra, when the ball is gunned into them in the middle of the park, because that's where City are strong. They have that extra central midfielder. Gundogan and Foden can close down, so not easy for those Leicester central midfielders to get on the ball and get the team moving forward.
It's interesting because Leicester did deploy an extra central midfielder in the league game here. Is that going to fall Gabriel Jesus' way? He's offside. But Brighton did tuck in to add an extra body in there in that match, which Manchester City won by 2-0. Popular character here at Leicester, dressing room joker Ben Hamer, social secretary, so he'll be fairly busy this time of year, one imagines. Beautifully there for Fuchs, and Chilwell's away here. Iheanacho making a dart in the middle, and it will reach him. Okazaki, Iheanacho! Adebayo will tidy up.
Well, it's Danilo that goes to sleep, and Chilwell excellent run off the ball to get him behind the right back. Claudio Bravo's hardly had a thing to do. The ball's close enough to make a decent save, but all about concentration. It was an excellent stop.
Good run here by Brahim Diaz, and Amate had to get it right. Oh, and Diaz gets up and gets it a second time. Incredible. Well, we thought for all the world that they could sound the all clear there, Leicester at the back. Here's all Brighton. Signs of revival from Leicester. Iheanacho. Or Brighton. Sticking to the defensive task well, which is not his natural inclination. He's been given a job to do, and he's done it. There's the heavy mob at the back. Interesting choice. Behind by Yaya Toure.
In the Premier League, City have had problems defending from set pieces because they defend zonally. There's a problem when you've got Dragovic, Maguire, big centre halves coming up. If they can get on the move and the service into the box is decent, City could have a problem. So there's no man-for-man marking, all zonal.
Different approach this time. Fuchs. King to play it in there. Under Abayo. King. Amate. Guided certainly back by Zinchenko. Nacho ready to pounce on any hint of looseness. Gundogan. It's able to retrieve. Or Brighton. King. Raheem Diaz. Getting it back from Mangala. Flipping him. Beautiful triangle there. Zinchenko very much the senior partner. 21. Already a senior international. Raheem Diaz, now Foden. Gundogan, away from Chilwell. Room to exploit on that far side now. Yaya Toure. Is Zinchenko. Raheem Diaz, onto Foden. Toure. Danilo. Throw in from Maguire, initially won it back. Here's Chilwell. Or Brighton wants it. Three Leicester players in the box. Fuchs making his way across again. Fist. An air of nonchalance about that punch from Claudio Bravo.
Takes all the pressure off his defenders, and sometimes you're going to have to do this. A whip ball in, edge of the 6-yard box. The keeper, he's not impeded, should come and deal with it. This is an excellent stop though from Iheanacho. He takes the shot on so early. Going to catch out Claudio Bravo. The ball is actually moving back towards the keeper still. Very smart save.
Maguire's at the back, Iborra coming in, whistle had already blown. Maguire seems to be the aggrieved Leicester party.
These set pieces could be a worry for City, as we know Leicester are a big side. I'm sure there's a clear shove in there. Is it against Maguire, possibly?
Seemed to be the man who was having a conversation with referee Bobby Madley from a distance in two Yorkshiremen having a healthy discussion. Stayed in. Leicester a little boxed in. Okazaki does well. Iheanacho. Oh, terrific play by Okazaki. Claudio Bravo. That time, but a slip from Mangala. Iheanacho on his favoured side.
Well, the ball is trundling back towards the edge of the penalty area. Bravo ideally would want to pick it up. Feels he has to play his way out. See what Iheanacho's looking to do here. Sorry, doesn't get close enough to him, really, trying to whip it into the top corner. There's not a lot to do, Claudio Bravo. There's a concentration when you're not being tested that much. It's a really good save.
Latter opportunity coming in a similar position, which he scored the crucial goal in the last round against Leeds. On for Chilwell. Chipping away. Adebayo. Iborra. Chilwell. Well, news of a goal from the Emirates. Arsenal have taken the lead against West Ham. Headed across the face of goal by Debussy, and at the end of all that, it's Danny Welbeck who tucks it away. Arsenal 1, West Ham 0.
That game will be far from done and dusted. It was there when West Ham came back and beat Tottenham.
Well, it has the potential to be an extraordinarily strong semi-final draw. A lot of water under the bridge before that, however. Fuchs. Here's Iborra. Beautifully finding Albrighton. He's got the cross away this time. Fuchs. Torre missed it. And away by Foden in the end.
Well, this is the problem City are going to have at left back with Zinchenko, who's a creative midfielder, really playing as a left back up against Albrighton. If you don't get close to Albrighton, you can put crosses into the box as he's just done. It was a perfect ball in.
Well, it's a big test for Zinchenko, probably, well, undoubtedly his toughest in that position so far. Wolves have produced some tremendous exploits in the Championship so far this season. Also featured there briefly as a substitute against Swansea as well, when the game was well and truly in City's grip. It's the kind of stuff he enjoys, but in the end it ends at the feet of Dragovic, and there was the potential to exploit the space he'd left a little quicker than Leicester did there. Now Albrighton will receive it. Oh, and Mangala in trouble. Iheanacho. Well, he sorted himself out in the end.
Mangala at times looks like an accident waiting to happen.
Iheanacho will certainly be on the scene if it does. We're leaving the stage clear for Fuchs and his long throw. Bora, plenty of meat on it. Claudio Bravo completely in control. Gabriel Jesus on now for Foden. Eased out fair and square by Harry Maguire. Iheanacho's around, Mangala has to get it right, and indeed he's clipped by Iheanacho. Well, forthcoming attractions tomorrow night in the Carabao Cup. Bristol City riding high in the Championship against Manchester United, 7:30 Sky Sports Football. A repeat, as you all know, of the 1909 FA Cup final.
No, I wasn't there.
In the 1969 FA Cup final with a similar scoreline coming at a similar time. Courtesy of Bernardo Silva, but inspired by the driving burst from Ilkay Gundogan and the intelligent movement of Gabriel Jesus. Leicester have maybe sowed a few seeds of confusion from set pieces, but they trail at the break and have a real job to do here. Leicester City 0, Manchester